Hello everybody, I'm Jihang from Sangmyeong University, Seoul campus in South Korea. In this talk, we will discuss the impact of the agent on humans. I would like to introduce the impact of AI interacting with human beings in a real life. So, this talk might not be very surprising, but I would like to deliver the practical use of research outcomes in the various domains in our real life. Right. This is a research outcome pursuing a smart energy feedback to save the energy consumption. The main objective is behavior change of users using agent-based system. With several IoT sensors installed in each house, we predicted the required actionable prompts in order to reduce the energy consumption and improve the energy literacy as well. We employed the machine learning algorithms, building physics models, and temporal reasoning techniques to build the agent. We moreover used a psychological approach to build more effective messages to present. As a result, it brings about an effect lowering the energy consumption about 22% reduce in gas, for example, and improve the energy literacy using this system. While the previous example is more practical use, such as reducing the energy consumption, which leading to the reduced some payment for the energy consumption. This is more like how to relieve humans' emotion using agent technology. We won a Best Paper Award in an international conference, Human-Robot Interaction. Frivo is a small robot who listens to what happens in your life and helps to connect with your friends. The main point of this research is to pursue to relieve the human's emotion using agent technology. We focused on one-person household, sometimes suffering from the feeling of loneliness. We deployed a social robot called Frivo at a group of friends' home and let Frivo recognize the living noise and send the recognized event to each other. For example, when the occupants open a fridge, Frivo detects the event, for example, opening the fridge, from the living noise and sends the fact one of my friends opened the fridge to all other members. We used a machine learning algorithm to perform the living noise recognition and IoT-based simple robot. A result shows that people using Frivo reported significantly reduced feeling of loneliness, and in corollary, the number of social interactions using messengers and phone calls was significantly increased. Last two previous examples is that how agents can encourage humans to make a good decision. This is one quick example to be a better agent learning from the human ability. Especially, this research addresses how a human avoids an ugly decision from a social perspective, following the principle of human decision-making. Let's see. We always have some sort of conflicts in our mind everywhere, following the social norms or just ignore it and pursuing my own goal instead. A good example is queuing at the bus stop. Going to the front without thinking others is always better, but we don't do that. In practice, our decisions to control behavior is an outcome of mixture of social cognition and individual cognition. In other words, social convention always matters on our decision. Then, could we build agents like this to comply social factors in order not to be ugly? Here we propose the normative agent to do so. Please look at this. If agent does not have normative decision-making ability, everything is messed up. However, please look at the normative agent presented right side. Looks much better. Apparently, if agents are behaving like this, it would be much satisfiable when we interacting with them in every aspect. Why this is important for us? I would like to show one simple example. This is one example actually presented in a US. In one home, one very cute girl just doing some interaction with Amazon Alexa, and she just talked like, "Can you play dollhouse with me and get me a dollhouse?" What happened next? Please imagine it. Yes, the dollhouse and dolls were delivered to their home. Actually, a cute girl didn't want to deliver these things and just wanted to do some interaction with Alexa instead. But whose responsibility in here? The more interesting thing is TV anchor says live on air, "Alexa, order me a dollhouse," with some introduction of this episode. What happens next? Yes, doll and dollhouse were delivered to all homes which possessed Alexa while watching this program. Again, whose responsibility is this? Although AI and agent technology is very convenient, but we have to be very careful to design, implement, and use it. This is becoming very important very rapidly at the moment. In the past, machines simply replaced our physical labor, but now, machines with agent technology rapidly replace labor on information nowadays. This includes statistics, analysis, classification, clustering, and even decision-making area. These are all critical when people refer to these for the diagnosis and final decision at some point. If agents are more like human intelligence in all aspects such as being rational, normative, and moral, then it could be much safer and more convenient. In this regard, what could AI be in this age? Is it a substitutor? Competitor? Well, I would like to emphasize that we have been living with AI quite a long time. Just simply thinking a spin dryer, a washing machines, or microwave ovens, and even your smartphone. The AI and agent technology actually would be more like a tool we used in this respect. AI could be our companion as well as assistant. Okay, now are you ready to design, develop, and use it as just a companion following the principle of possible next cycle?